Aloha Dan, this is the front by the gate orchard. It's all the heirloom variety from Colin except for this random one here. You know what I noticed is after I use the Bayer drench, I think because it's protect and feed, whatever it's feeding, we get some new flushes. I did pick up the gypsum and Epsom salts. These, I did drench. You can see the bottom here has the rose beetle damage, and the new flushes seem okay, except for some, looks like grasshopper. Oh yeah, I had a question about tanglefoot for ants. We're using it on our citrus trees, and we did notice some ant problems down here, and I was wondering if that's something we could put on the cacao. There is a tape strip. You can see again the new flush looks good though. It's a tape strip, and then you add this sticky stuff around it to get the ants. This doesn't look like it has ants, but I was just wondering if that's something that we can use on the cacao. It's just something that traps them. You probably heard of it before. These are our babies from the pods that you sent. I think they're ready for the more citrus food. I've only been using the safer spray on this. I need to do it more often. Well, I can see only one leaf has a little bit of eatings, but they're doing pretty good. But again, we've drenched the rest of the field. So those are our babies. We got the T5 and the 3 here's the other orchard over here. I might make a separate video. I don't know if it's because this section has more shade, but they've been growing better. But this is also mostly the heirloom variety from Colin. Look at these new flushes here. Woo! Our weed whackers have got to come in here. Look at that one. Wow. So a lot of these have outgrown the stakes. Well, not a lot of them, a few of them. Like that one. But you can see the new flushes happened right after. We did get some good rains. Woo! But it also seems like whatever's in the protect and feed, the feed part they just love. I drenched about 2 weeks ago. You can see on here the top's looking good and the bottom was getting eaten. But they should be getting pretty soon to the stage we don't have to worry about the rose beetles, I think, right? Maybe 6 more months or less. So down here, this is the holy area. Not blessed, but you could fall. So we're gonna go this way. As you can see, all of them are out of their cages. Some of them are little runts, so I'd like to talk to you about if we replace those, give them more time. Look at this one. This one was really eaten up. This is where it started. The beetles started over here, and then they were making their way around this corner when we drenched. And I was surprised it was only after 3 months. I think it's because this ground doesn't hold water. Maybe we're on a hillside. So we've been having to use the Bayer every 3 months. So you can see that we really, you know, needed to drench at that time. So here is this, the Mauka orchard, and this is that lower section of heirloom. So let's head up here. And as you can see, it jumped over here, the rose beetles. Actually, this one, even up here, has some. But to take a look at how nice and big the tree is getting here. And then, yeah, this is where we noticed. But it stopped spreading after the drench. But it actually should just be taking effect on. It takes a couple weeks. So you can see this whole, the majority of the orchard is out of its cages, and we have some beautiful new flushes. The grafted trees are very stumpy back in those cages. And I had some questions about pruning that. I think I'm supposed to keep it one stem, but it doesn't look like one is higher than the other. I think I waited too long to prune those babies. So next time you come, we're gonna need to look at that. Yeah, this one survived. I don't know if you remember. Was it this one or that one? At one point, it was like, I mean, there was one little branch left, and it has regrown. So I see what they mean when they say some are, they come back, you know. So here's a good view of the orchard. And then we have this new section over here. This was the trees in the nursery that we were like, do we keep these? Do we toss them? And this is our test with no cage, which is hilarious. This poor little guy. So, yeah, you can see rose beetle over here too. But it has been drenched. Oh, this poor one's really looking hurt. Yeah, these do look bunchy. But you know what? They haven't been in the ground as long. And I think I do have gypsum, and we ordered more sustain. So you had told me to do sustain, I think it was every 3 months. It might have been every 6 months. So we're ready to do some fertilizing. These ones over here look a little better. You know, and it was not, you asked about rain. It had not been raining, and thank God we just now got this new system set